Hi, fishies. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be away from you for so long. Yes, I am alive, Mimi. Congratulations on being first in chat, Gam. Hello. How are you? Let me go ahead and fix the TikTok view. There we go. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Sebastian. Hi, dogs. Welcome. Hello, Sonic. Hello, Lugu. Hello, Gam. Hello, Chaos. Thank you so much for resubscribing for whole months. Hello, dogs. Hello, Baifu. Hello, Harukin. Hello, Melody. Hello, City. Hello, Cow St. Lou. Welcome. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you guys had a good weekend too. I haven't done a whole lot this weekend. If you aren't in the Discord server and you didn't see my messages yesterday, I wasn't live yesterday because I was having some chest pains. So, thank you guys for being here today. Whoever did this to the puzzle, I hope you step on a Lego. Here, I think I know what you're talking about, but I can fix that, Melody, if you'd like me to. I can sort the pieces so that everything gets resorted. Would you like me to do that? I hope you're feeling better today. Yes, I am feeling better. I'm late as hell. I just found out you were live because you popped up on my TikTok. Are you haunting me? Yes. It's okay? Okay. All you gotta do is say the word and I'll fix it. I don't want to sleep yet. It's only 9 p.m. Well, 9 p.m. is the perfect time to be going to sleep because then you can either sleep for longer or you wake up earlier. Somebody did, in fact, just start dropping all the pieces in the puzzle square. 5 more minutes? We can have 5 more minutes, but while we're here just relaxing, you know? We can do that. Who broke the puzzle? No one broke the puzzle. You're finally home, Harukin? Welcome home. Okaeri nasai. How would you guys like to do a little bit of reading? Hi, Zephyr. Hi, Denji-kun. Welcome back. It's good to see you. There's a couple of different books that I'm interested in doing some reading. Which book? Potentially a couple of excerpts from a variety of different books. We could also do some poetry reading. I don't exactly like reading. Well, I'm doing the reading. Is that VR chat? It is not. I am a VTuber, and I use a program called Warido. Handtrix, you're cute. Oh, goodness. Thank you. You couldn't be talking about me. I hope you're talking about the fishies in the back. Where are the pics? Ah, yes. Let me go ahead and add some of those to the media. Do I want to add them to the media channel? I'm a little hesitant because to hand over PNGs of my model means that people, what are the exact colors of your hair and skin and eyes, how many layers of colors. Oh, so you're looking for my reference sheet, which is going to be in the announcements channel. Let me grab this link and bring it to... Damn it. I need to get my keyboard. If someone is able to... Okay. I forwarded the reference sheet to the art channel in the Discord. It's not a matter of whether I'm comfortable or not. It's available. It's already been in the Discord server. What you're looking for is the reference sheet for the design, and that was in the announcements page, but you had to scroll back a little bit. So I reposted it in the art channel. Have I watched K-pop Warriors? Yes, I have. You spoke Portuguese? Have I? When did I speak Portuguese? Did you know Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off a true story? Yes, I think I knew that. Chaos. It's because people can use those PNGs for some undesirable things, so we don't want to do that. Do you want to learn to speak Portuguese? Not right now, but that is very kind of you to ask, Hantrix. I do enjoy learning languages, but we will not be doing that right now. Time to speak Spanish? No, we're not practicing Spanish today. Who's a good fish stick? Who's a good fish stick? You're a good fish stick, Chris. Hola, Capitan. Welcome. So, some of the things that we can do today is, mayhaps, I could read to you a variety of poetry. We could continue reading Sherlock Holmes, or there's a couple of different books that I have not had an opportunity to read yet, but that we could look for some excerpts to read. I've also been looking for some original written work. Hi, Pro Self Love, how are you today? Very hydrated, I hope. Let's see. You're wonderful. I'm glad. I've also been looking into books that are available on Kindle Unlimited that are written by independently published authors. So I think that it would be cool if maybe we looked for a few of those. Hydrated, oxygenated, very hot and cozy internally. Good. I saved a few to my Instagram. Let me try pulling that up. Nose Lolo, welcome. Hentrix, I'm your friend. I'm your fan. I'm your fan. ¿Cuántas años? So I don't know how to say that. Oh, you're gonna work on the Halloween photo? Hi, Dusty. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining me today. Let's take a look and see if we can find some books that we would like to read. There is Flameheart. I've seen that come across my feed a few times. Yes, it is available on Kindle Unlimited. Cool. Oh, Thank you, Hantrix, for stopping in. Alright. You won't be long, Sonic? Okay. Then I'm looking forward to when you can join us again. Let's see. I like the cover of this book. It looks very nice. Ice blue eyes, the color of a clear sky. White gray skin like snow on concrete. Baby blue hair, the type you'd see on a background of an ocean. I would say that's pretty correct. Skin doesn't tend to be gray though, because if skin is gray, that indicates like death or dying. Do not make me look dead, but yes, you have the colors very correct. Denji-kun, thank you so much for the gifts on TikTok. Good morning, my sleepyhead little fishies. You are finally a fish. I didn't realize you had a fish too. Me? I'm not supposed to have a fish. It gave me a fish, didn't it? I literally have here that it's not supposed to give me a fish. Right? Ah, dang it. Yeah, it gave me a fish. It's not supposed to. I feel like this has just gotten more and more broken, which is very frustrating. The more stuff, the merrier. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. You're the best. Thank you, Miller. Now there's two cuties, me and the other fish. I've tried making changes to the fishies. It doesn't always work. But anyway, this is an excerpt from Flameheart. Thank you for the kisses. This is an excerpt from the book called Flameheart. Hello from Australia. Well, hello to you. It's how far ahead in time is Australia? Do you guys have the same time zone as Japan or a different time zone? 6:31 a.m. Oh my gosh. That's 12, 13, 14, 15 hours ahead. There you go, out again. What is Flameheart about? Let me go back. Well, that's very convenient. It's not taking me to that page. Okay. Flameheart. Oh, this is hard to read. I should have kept the Amazon page open. Sorry. Let me find it again. Yeah, that's a big time jump. It's 3:30 somewhere. Yeah, it's 3:30 p.m. here. Okay, here is the description of Flameheart. 17-year-old Leah Corvine supports her fracturing family no matter the cost. It's irrelevant that her father's absence eats away at her false smiles and reassurances, that insecurities plague her mind. Leah's only reprieve is writing stories with her grandfather, where she can escape as a ranger to a floating kingdom with a roguish Prince Casey. But everything crumbles when her father suddenly passes away. As grief unleashes her barely bound anxiety, it also unlocks Leah's slumbering magic and drags Casey into reality. However, when barriers fray and dreams come true, so do nightmares. Monsters lurk in the streets, envious society's hunger for power, and Leah finds herself in the center of a nefarious plot. With ancient orders governing the magic her family never told her about, it seems her grandfather's death was no accident. Only Leah can retrace his steps for answers. But even with Casey by her side, can Leah embrace who she's allowed herself to be in fantasy? For her kingdom's sake, she must face the darkness within and without before there are no stories left to tell. I am unfortunately out of water, so I know I literally just got here, but I need to it sounds really intriguing. Oh, believe me, I was interested. Hey, Luke. Okay. My foot hurts now, though. I hope I don't bleed through this band-aid. Okay. I will refill my water. Happy birthday. I'm not gonna say your username because it's really funny and people are gonna ask a lot of questions, but happy birthday in TikTok. I will be right back so I can go refill my water. And if you haven't been drinking water, please get some water and refill your cup as well. Alright. We have returned. Alright. So, I want to read a little bit of this book and see what you guys have to say about it. Like, if this is a book that you would be interested in hearing more. Chapter 1. Shifts could be subtle. A missed bus. A surprise box to unpack. Chinese takeout for dinner instead of leftovers. However, some shifts rioted, tearing a life asunder in a breath. The average teenager could be melodramatic about it. Leah didn't have that luxury. Except for when it came to this. Papers covered in chicken scratch handwriting were spread on the patio table, with Leah's journal. It sat open before her grandfather, his eyes darting across every page. Back and forth. She tried to count, to gauge where he was in her story. That dreaded red pen was poised over the paper, a knife already dripping with her heart's blood. Melodramatic. But writing was the exception. The only time she could afford it. Funny how it had only taken a week to develop this routine. But it was the first thing Leah treasured since moving to Seattle. Not the bigger bedroom, not the proximity to a forested park, but being walking distance from him instead of thousands of miles away. Even with the writing critiques, and even now, when it doubled as keeping an eye on him, which her mom liked to remind her to do, not that Leah needed reminding. But each text asking how he was doing today, if he seemed present, made Leah's escape into the pages harder. After years of throwing herself into fiction, reality was demanding to be seen. She'd rather not when this was all she allowed herself to begin with. Honestly, Aurelia, you've got to give this caption more pizzazz. Her grandfather waved his wrinkled hands in encouragement, dropping the pen as he finally looked up at her. Sunlight caught the stubborn streaks of red in his silver hair. Leah fought a smile. He was the only one who could get away with her full name. Papa privileges. A villain needs pizzazz? He's a captain turned pirate. His boisterous tone rose. You can't just make him evil for evil's sake. Aren't villains supposed to be evil? Leah asked. Papa peered over his tortoiseshell glasses, but a grin tugged at his mouth. You read plenty. Which villains do you find most compelling? The ones that are evil just because, or the ones that do evil acts with a sympathetic motive? Easy for him to say. Old man was retired, but to the world, he was still Julian Corvine, author of the Floating Kingdom series starring Casey Weatherstone, which, to be fair, had been her idea. Casey, her childhood imaginary friend, who, now age 18, was stuck with a thieving member of his court in her own stories. She chewed on her pencil, staring at her journal. Papa had a point. Leah could think of several books where the villain's story was nearly as compelling as the hero's, sometimes more so. A captain in a kingdom's navy needed a reason to turn to piracy. She wasn't about to admit it, at least, not so readily, writer's pride and all. Her papa's eyes narrowed as she thought. Let it come to you, these characters. We don't tell them what to do. They reveal themselves to us, Leah finished. Exactly. Norenth has always been yours, he said. But you've always been theirs. Theirs. The floating kingdoms, the Weatherstone courts, and Casey's. Like Leah belonged with them. It had comforted her as a child when she first imagined this fantasy world. But as a teenager, the idea no longer settled her. It felt like a puzzle piece forced into the wrong hole. Close, but not quite. And not quite was turning painful. The cross-country move making her want to push in somewhere, to fit in. Leah picked the surrounding skin of her stubborn fingernails. It took a moment to recognize the action, to pull her cardigan sleeves over her fists, but her knee jerked, a rhythmic bounce under the table. Shifting in the patio chair, she looked out to the garden. Big mistake. She clenched her jaw, chest tightening. It was like a tangle of roses hadn't changed. She didn't know if she wanted to rip those roses from the ground or seek shelter amidst the thorns. Breathe. Focus. Breathe. Aurelia, Papa cried softly. You with me? You never told us what electrolyte flavor you're drinking? Well, I just refilled with plain water, but I previously had watermelon. Neose, I love to sleep with your videos and lives, thank you. I'm glad that I could help you get some restful sleep. Hi, Bunny. Fine, she plastered on a smile. He assessed her with riverstone gray eyes like her own, her brother's, Mom's, unlike her father's green, a green she hadn't seen. Has he contacted you yet? He asked. Leah bit back a groan. Sometimes she hated how well her papa read her, but even with him, she had to fix her face. Her father hadn't bothered to reach out beyond the obligatory birthday card. The fact didn't stop her from checking the mailbox every day, nearly 10 years later. You think sharing a time zone would make him remember he's 2 kids? She managed to laugh, but even to her it sounded forced. This story would be 10 times better if it wasn't set in Australia. Who said that it was set in Australia? It's set in Seattle. They said that in the, was it the first page? Didn't she say she moved to Seattle? Yeah. The US. Seattle is in Washington State, United States. On the West Coast. I'm shit at geography. No, I'm curious now, Zephyr. Is there a Seattle in Australia? I'm not good at geography either, Zephyr, but I guess I kind of know US geography. Kind of. You think sharing a time zone would make him remember he has 2 kids? She managed to laugh, but even to her it sounded forced. Your dad, Papa started, then cleared his throat to begin again. When your dad left, there was a great deal going on, more than you realize. He wouldn't dare give her father a sympathetic motive for ditching. Those were a lot easier to figure out in fiction. In reality, people sucked. Some didn't need any reason to be the bad guy, which was why she had to be there, to fix the wreckage. Her nails dug half moons into her palms, but Leah gave a simple shrug of her shoulders, disguising the unfurling of her tense knuckles with a stretch. It's been 10 years, Papa. It doesn't matter. We came back for you, to be close to you. Besides, you and I finally get to write without Mom griping at us. He chuckled across the table, looking out at the yard and those darn roses. You have a knack for seeking out the good. A classic Papa euphemism, but a more genuine grin tugged at Leah's lips. Care to elaborate? Your 8th birthday here, right after he left, when Casey entered your life. Even now, he spoke like her fictional prince was real. Back then, her papa had caught her talking to thin air in this garden. Perfectly normal behavior for an 8-year-old if you'd asked her. And creating her own guest while waiting for friends to show was better than ripping off her freshly painted nails, one pink shard at a time. In her mind's eye, it was nothing beyond what a lonely little girl could conjure. She'd watched Prince Caspian a time too many. As a boy about her height, Casey's dark brown hair had been ruffled from a trip, with several leaves clinging to his light blue tunic and beige breeches. He was teaching me to use a sword, she recalled with a chuckle. For a 4th-born prince, he was pretty demanding. You had said he hated the reminder, but I'd never been one to forget nobility. Papa laughed with her. Back then, he'd taken a stick for a sword to swing at the air. He couldn't see Casey, but Leah had known with childlike certainty that Casey's amber eyes lit with the calculation of his next move as he parried with a wooden sword. Her imagination was as clear of a memory as any. If only Casey were real. Loneliness was a bitter aftertaste when their laughter died. Escaping into her stories didn't soothe as readily as it did before the move, even with these new afternoons with her papa, with the journal laid open before her. If only Leah could stay inside her stories, maybe everything would be better. People would make more sense. But that wasn't an option. Wings flapped in the looming cherry tree. Leah glanced at the owl nesting there, partially hidden by leaves. She frowned. A bit early for owls to be out. The barrel owl watched. Sunken rings extended from its eyes, a mottled mixture of black and gray. Leah did a double take. The owl had 6 eyes and stared right at her. Pulling off her black framed glasses, she rubbed her face. I think my prescription needs upgrading. For a split second, that owl had 3 pairs of eyes. Leah laughed it off, but it was strange. She had to get a grip, rein it in. Papa stiffened and looked at the tree, but then he relaxed, reaching for his pocket. Trick of the light. Be a dear and get your old man a new pen. Mine's dried out. Shrugging, Leah shoved her glasses back on before heading into the house. Papa had been jumpy all week, so this sudden shift in demeanor was nothing new. It had to be the shift in their familial dynamic. Leah had done well to display that she had it all together. Her family could depend on her that way. They always had. But sometimes she wished her fantasy world was more reality than this place. Selfish. Leah stiffened before she could brush away the thought. Maybe she was selfish, and seeing things was a repercussion. Stupid birds with multiple eyeballs or something from a horror film. Not that she could stomach any of those. At least Norinth didn't have creepy birds of prey. In the kitchen, Leah combed through several drawers, finding loose change, chip clips, takeout menus, pen caps, everything but an actual pen. How could a darned author not have a single pen in any of these junk drawers? Her copper curls tumbled loose from the velvet tie atop her head. She didn't know why she tried to tame them. Leah blew an arrogant curl from her face, glancing aghast out the window that hung over the farmhouse sink. There was Papa, waving a stick around like she was 8 years old again and he not 75. Her heart lurched with her startled yelp. This was not what Mom meant when she said Leah could visit Papa after school. He wasn't 10 years younger. There was no imaginary friend to engage. She'd grown out of those. Hadn't he? Says the girl, still pining over the boy who could never talk back. Leah grabbed the pen she'd missed in the pile of letters and made for the door. A flash sparked outside the window, quick as a struck match. Gone in a breath before Leah could really look. Another trick of the light? Papa? She warned when she made it outside. What are you doing? Admiring this tree. It's gotten so full. The stick was gone, his hands in his pockets. The owl had disappeared. A faint scent of burning paper lingered in the air. The way her papa spoke a touch louder than necessary, something felt off. An itching in her mind, like she'd forgotten something, missed something. She couldn't miss anything. Papa swayed, knees popping as he turned toward her. Not again. Her heart faltered. Leah rushed to catch his elbow, steady him. Sense of burning parchment intensified on his clothes. This is why Mom nagged her so much. Any annoyance she'd felt earlier about it evaporated. Are you sure you're all right? Leah asked as they headed to the table. Her phone glared, reflecting sunlight. Mom would want to know, but her papa waved it off. Fine, just fine, when everything's back where they belong. He frowned, deepening the wrinkles carving his face. To be frank, Aurelia, I'm worried about you. Concern gave way to fear, and shame closed Leah's throat. She had to focus. Everything was under control. A new school can't be easy, he continued, nor being so close to your dad again, even if he doesn't return any of Cordelia's calls. The insufferable... He cut off, mumbling more to himself before turning to her. Have you had any headaches? Feeling feverish? What about your sleep? Papa, I'm managing. School's never been an issue, and neither is Dad. Don't go thinking I'm losing it. That owl was nothing, remember? Leah shoved the journal into her backpack. She had to forget her father to manage her tics. She had to tuck stories and oddities away. Reality was plenty to contend with, but putting stories aside was like holding her breath, being forced underwater. I have to go home. Dinner's on me tonight. Her brother Marcus wouldn't be eating out of foam containers again if she could help it, and her papa's stare made her skin prickle. He sighed, gathering his papers. It doesn't always have to be on you, little lion. Leah stilled. The Nerenthian nickname loosened something in her, as it always did. The role she didn't have to force herself into. But if she didn't return home like a responsible 17-year-old she was, she knew it would be another spin at the takeout menu roulette. Besides, Leah had gotten pretty good at cooking. The ordered steps, the measured ingredients, it all soothed her, steadied her hands. She always had a plate ready for when Mom got home, whenever that would be. Leah shouldered the backpack. How does tomorrow night sound? His assessing gaze softened, then skipped to his papers. He chewed his lip before a gleam lit his eyes. Perhaps I can show you what I've been working on. New book? She asked, heading for the path winding around his Victorian home. Of a sort, bit of a family tale. Is this a secret research you've been doing all week? Your mysterious social calls? What? Because someone's over 70, they aren't allowed to have a social life? Leah laughed at his dramatics. It broke apart the lingering tension like the sun over morning dew. Party away, Papa, but be home at a reasonable hour. Sleep's important, they say. They know nothing about how important it is. Sometimes his odd musings never seemed to make any sense. In the moment, at least. Leah noted the taut pull of his shoulders as he walked her to the front of the house. He cut their writing time short several times this week. Whatever project he'd been working on had put him on edge. Why would a family tale do that? Unless it had to do with her father. A Corvine family tale. Leah squashed the thought and swallowed the bile that came with it. Everything was fine. Kissing his leathery cheek, Leah left him in the driveway. Walking home, she popped in her earbuds, escaping and daydreaming where her writing had left off, allowing her to drop the mask and fake smiles. She stuffed her hands deeper into her pockets and walked on. Neither Corvine noticed the second owl swoop into the hedges across the street. Its wings flapped once, twice. 6 eyes blinked, and it settled on the shoulder of a figure, watching the pair from the shadows. A shift in the making. Hi Za, hi friends, hi Star Kitties, welcome. How are you? Big stretchies, chat. Big stretchies. How am I? I had a bit of chest pain yesterday, so I didn't stream, but today I'm feeling better. Thank you for the kissies. And Warrior King, thank you for the gifts on TikTok. So that is the first chapter of Flameheart, which is one of the books that I've come across on Instagram, and I'm interested to know what you guys think of it. Would you like to hear more? Also, nobody told me that the puzzle was done. Did you guys just finish the puzzle? Or did I miss the message? Ooh.
That's what we've been waiting for!
It's what we wanted all along!
You wanted the puzzle? Oh my goodness. You guys are just troublemakers, huh? Oh, I didn't realize you finished the puzzle way long ago. You guys finished it 30 minutes ago and no one said anything. You troublemakers. Why am I yawning? Why am I yawning so much all of a sudden? Yeah, I don't know how it happened that I got a fish because I'm not supposed to get a fish. We said what? You said what? No one said. Well, there you go. There's a new puzzle. Double vision stuff. Hey Sonic, welcome back. So, that was one of the books that I came across on Instagram. Let me see. Okay, so that book isn't out yet. Why am I still yawning? Oh my god. Okay. Let me see if I can find this one. This one is not on Kindle Unlimited. But let's see how much of the sample I can read. So this one, Amazon, please. There we go. This one is called Pilot's Shadows. When Pilot Jenkins wished to be far away from the drama of middle school, she never imagined that wish would come true. One night, her backyard is miraculously replaced with an enchanted forest. There, she meets Logan Elwood, a dreamer with the ability to turn imagination into reality. Unfortunately, this new world isn't quite the dream she hoped it would be. Power-hungry specterns threaten the magic of this bizarre, wonderful realm, and these shadowy creatures with stolen bones plan to come for Pilot's home next. The specterns aren't acting alone, and Logan's forest isn't a random target. Pilot and Logan must discover the leader behind these monsters, or the destruction of their worlds will only be the beginning. That's the description. Hi, Han. I missed your seagull laugh. That's crazy. That's crazy. What a crazy entrance. Sorry. I'm sleepy too, apparently. Let's turn the lights out. Hi, Death. What are we reading? We are reading a couple of different samples from independently published authors. We just finished reading the sample of Flameheart, and I liked it. I really liked it. It is a good entrance. Would you guys be interested in hearing more of Flameheart? I'm down for it. Let me listen to your lullaby voice. Absolutely. I will happily put you to sleep with my voice. Because the reason why I ask if you guys are interested in hearing more of a book is I can request permission from authors to read their book and to make videos promoting their book and their writing. So this one is Pilot's Shadows by Hannah Melville. Prologue. Moonlight sliced through the trees, in thin, bladed beams. All was quiet in the forest, apart from an eerie whistle that hushed even the nocturnal songbirds. The whistle came from the lips of a war general dressed in dark, gleaming armor. Underneath his helmet, his face was nothing more than a cloud of shifting smoke, vaguely resembling human features. Leaning casually against a rotten tree stump, he polished his blade. The enchanted black sword twinkled with stars. Its reflection was as deep as the night itself by the time the general was finished, and he paused to admire his handiwork. The general abruptly stopped whistling and looked up as something scurried into the clearing. A small creature of living shadow crept forward on two spindly legs. Lanky arms hung from its sides, round white eyes flashing maliciously from the chest of its headless body. The general sheathed his weapon and crossed his arms. So, do you have news about the girl from reality? I've watched her for a few days now, the Spectern hissed. She isn't well protected and still knows nothing of her power. Excellent work, the general said, leaning back in satisfaction. As soon as she becomes aware of who she really is, she'll be a threat. I'm sending you as a scout again tomorrow night. Be prepared to collect her. And what of the boy? The general's eyes flashed. He's still trying to gather more like him. Keep the boy on your radar and make sure he doesn't get in the way. Certainly, the Spectern said, its voice as dry as fallen leaves. Oh, before you go, the general said, and reached into a pouch at his side. You were the first to return. I haven't forgotten your reward. The general withdrew a handful of human teeth that shimmered faintly in the moonlight. A flash of excitement crossed the Spectern's eyes. Don't tell the others, the general said, sprinkling a handful of teeth onto the creature. Any of your friends would happily kill you for some fresh body parts of their own. The Spectern eagerly absorbed this gift into its abdomen. A stout set of jaws sprouted from the shadow monster's belly, the teeth jumbling around inside its new mouth. The Spectern's tongue passed over its crooked smile once the teeth finally fit together. I'll have some more parts for you soon, the general said, closing the small pouch at his hip. Depending on what information you bring me about the dreamers, I could have a set of lungs for you. A heart, too, but that might take me a few days. The Spectern bowed so low its new teeth scraped the forest floor. I won't disappoint you, General Eclipse. You have been ever so kind as always. You'll all have physical forms soon enough, Eclipse said, with the slightest twitch of a smile. Then we'll never be forgotten again. You're dismissed. Thank you. With a shadowy tendril, the tiny Spectern saluted and vanished into the trees without another word. General Eclipse kicked a stone with an armored boot, then watched the stone disintegrate at his touch. He resumed whistling his eerie tune and sauntered into the shadows cast by an ancient pine tree, vanishing at once into the darkness. Hi, Kaizen. Thank you for the hydrate, Alpha Yeti. Welcome. How are you? What do you guys think of the description of this book and that prologue? Is it bad that I'm on my 4th cup of coffee? Being on many cups of coffee just means more caffeine. More caffeine means that your heart races faster. I don't necessarily think that's a very good thing, but it's not advisable. I low-key get lost because English is not my first language, but that's okay. I'm well, just doing nothing. Chat, why am I yawning so much? I'm not even tired. Is Miss Steph doing well? I think I'm okay. I was having some chest pain yesterday and the end of the day on Friday, but I'm doing better today. The pain isn't very noticeable. It's still there, but yeah. It's nothing to worry about either. Maybe you're bored? No, I'm not bored. I actually spent all morning looking for books that I can share with you guys on stream. Tell us more about you. What's your favorite food, plants, games, animals? That's a very wide variety. What is my favorite food? I don't exactly have favorite plants. And we played my favorite game on Friday, Spiritfarer. It's a very relaxing resource management games. I don't think my brain is doing a good job of thinking today. Maybe I should be wearing my compression socks. There might be a lack of blood flow happening. See, that's interesting. There's also a fishy in the background for the bot. Play Tangle. There's not supposed to be a fishy for that. This doesn't make any sense. It's literally set up in the code. It says if the username is one of these, the bots and my name, then ignore. It says to ignore that. Hi, Philip. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, my little fishy. The ones I got, or were they just cool socks? Oh, no, those were Alpha. Those are compression socks. Can I recommend a book that I studied at school? Yes, of course. Maybe it ignored the ignored? No, it can. It's literally in the code. How could it do that? Someone say, puzzle again. I want to see if the fishy moves. Someone also activate a command that the tsunami bot will respond to. So like, wish list. Oh, yep, tsunami bot moved. Damn it. You all say puzzle. Oh, you're all so sweet. Thank you. It did move, yeah. Well, I didn't notice Play Tangle moved, but I noticed Tsunami Bot moved. Play Tangle doesn't move until you guys finish the puzzle. Some of the books that I read in... Okay, so Tsunami Bot is not moving now. Why? Why then was it... Why is it weird? And unfortunately, I can't remove specific fish. Can I? I don't think I can. Let me go spawn viewer. Clear spawn viewer character. No. I'm back. The book is called The Ice People. Ooh, interesting. I haven't heard this before. Let me copy that and I'll add that to my Discord so I can look at it later. Also, a reminder to anyone who has joined the Discord server, please double check that you have Alpha Yeti, thank you for resubscribing. Can you send the link into chat so I can join? Han, the Discord link, I am going to add it. I've been meaning to do this. It takes me like 5 business days to do this. Okay, where's the link? Where's the link? Like 5 different things are in the way of me trying to get this link. Scroll down the page, please. Copy link. Close. Open other tab. socials, add link, paste. So, Han, I'm not able to send a link to TikTok chat. However, if you use the link in my profile and the socials button, the Discord link is going to be right there. Oy vey, they do not make this easy. Alright. You guys are almost done with that puzzle? Yes, you are halfway. But what I wanted to remind everyone is that if you are in the Discord server, you have to accept the rules in the rules and roles page. Otherwise, you will not get access to the Discord. There are some people who have joined us in chat who are they are human, they are actual people. However, they have not accepted the rules. If I catch you and you have not read the rules, you will get kicked from the Discord server and you have to rejoin. So, if you would like to join the Discord server, just check the link in my profile and you can get the Discord link there. You'll get notified every time I post a video or whenever I go live. Yes, you did join. Who doesn't read the rules? A lot of people. Hi, Nico. Hi, Evie. Hi, Rin. How is my day? My day has been pretty relaxed. And I guess sleepy. Can I call you mommy? Yes, yes, you can. Hi, Vindicator. I can't read. Oh. I don't know how to help you then. You're pretty, you're cute. I'm a girl like you. Literally before I post anything, I fact check the rules. Can I call you daddy? Preferably not. Thank you guys for starting a hype train. Let's get some hype in here. Whoop, whoop. Choo choo. Yes. I am. Just to make things more accurate, that is totally fine. Chaos, you have artistic freedom here. Do you do ASMR or something? Yes. This is my form of ASMR. Where all you have to do...
Damn, she's hot. Oh my god.
Thank you. All you have to do is just listen to my voice. Hi, Polish. Welcome back. Would you like to solve a puzzle? We've got plenty of puzzles. I need to recalibrate the hands. I wonder.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. You know, no. I'll try it. I'll try it after stream. Maybe. Maybe I'll try it at the end of stream. I want to see if I can change the fishy's code so that when there are fishies that are not supposed to spawn, like a fishy with my name or Play Tangle or Tsunami Bot, if the fishy is there, that it clears that specific fish. But I think it actually gets rid of all the fish. I'm not sure. Is that a Will Smith redeem? Yeah, it is. Hi, Meow. Welcome. How are you? Ow. I am doing well. I need to take another deep breath and a drink of water. Stretch, chat. In which program are you going to do it? Everything that you see here is run through Wardo. My model, the fishies, everything is run through Wardo. Let me see if I have some other stories that would also intrigue you. Or did you want me to continue with chapter 1 of Pilot's Shadows? You don't need water? That is a lie. You need water. Let's see. This one is called... Thank you guys for the level 1 hype train. What is it? This one's called The Turn. If I could type... Oh my god. Alright. The Turn. Anything Steph reads intrigues me. Alright, fanfiction it is. You don't need water, you need hydration. If we believe the song All You Need Is Love, not water. You guys are confusing me. I need to step away to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. So, TikTok chat, say hi to Twitch chat. Twitch chat, say hi to TikTok chat.
behind was barefoot. Oh, yeah. The prints are large and wide. Oh, yeah. Perhaps indicating they were left by a man. Aww.
All ready to shoot some cream all over your bathroom or your kitchen or wherever? Well, I got the product for you. Scrub Daddy Sift Cream, baby.
What's up, Scrub Daddy?
Shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark.
With magical songs of enchantment, with magical songs of enchantment, magical songs of enchantment, with magical songs of enchantment, magical songs of enchantment.
Oh, you want A0, B1, and Q0? Okay, I'm gonna be right back with your stuff, sir. Don't eat me.
I always love surprising you guys when I come back. Because I know that Harukin is gonna have some interesting sound bit. Oh god, there's
Excuse me? Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
Hi. Oh. Cat hair. Cat hair everywhere. Hi. What did you guys do?
What naked dude taking a shower? No? Darn. What?
What? Who's taking a shower? Okay.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is the name pronounced Hello Me from TikTok? Oh, that's Han. Do you want me to call you Han, or do you want me to call you by your Twitch name? Hi, Azalea. Hi. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. How do you even pronounce that, Han? Is it Euros? Euros Ballrun? Han? Okay. I call you Han. Let me save that as your nickname. There we go. Hi, Khalil. How are you today? It's good to see you. Enchanted with your sins? What is a sword? Okay. We can read some poetry if you guys are so inclined. Why? I feel like my voice is not what it usually is. And I don't know why it's weird today. Puzzle was easy. Okay. Here's another puzzle. You say you want more puzzle? I give you more puzzle. It's easy when I do 220 pieces by myself. Here's a poem for you. Your voice is honey for our ears, nothing wrong with it. How are you? How has stream been? I have been yawning a lot, and I don't know why. Oh, I hate yawning with a burning passion. Here's some poetry for you guys. Let's see. Your voice is like honey, I can attest. The Road That Has No End by Joseph Burroughs. Hast ever tramped along the road that has no end? The far, brown, winding road, your one fast friend, a tattered, weather-beaten swag, a silent mate to send his dumb, warm comfort to the heart, a fount where dreams ascend. There's wondrous freedom on the road that has no end. A man's heart glows, his spirit leaps to blend its joy of life with fierce wind's gust upon his face to lend. Its cry to nature's tumult full and shrill as twilight shades descend. The flowers bloom along the road that has no end. Cool breezes blow, the gum trees sway and bend. The wild doves woo and softly coo their soothing notes and mend. Hearts throbbing pained to sweet content, and peace lights on the mind's sad trend. There's pain and toil along the road that has no end, a sinking heart and weary feet that spend their strength and lag and crave respite, and dim tired eyes that tend to close their heavy lids upon the stinging dust that upward wend. There are no sweet still hours along the road that has no end. 'Neath twinkling stars when night's deep shades o'erpend, a man's eyes shine with gathered tears and memories come to rend his straining heartstrings while above the paling lights his mood commend. I love the road, the swagman's road that has no end. I love its joys that pains and toils transcend. It is my dreams, the life that fills my heart, and when death comes and would my peacefulness amend, I pray that God may let my soul depart with my tattered swag beside me, mid my friends that never tried me, and my face toward the distant clouded hill where leads the far brown winding road that has no end. Steph should be close at least 34 subscribers until 1,000 on YouTube. Yes, YouTube subscribers. We are getting very close to 1,000. Hi, Unzipped. Let's see. Another story. Neck crack. Maybe it would have been beneficial for me to have some tea for stream, but I did not acquire this. I'm doing good. How have you been? I'm glad that you're doing well. I had some chest pain yesterday and the end of Friday, but it's a little bit better now. Let's see. What other poetry can I read to you? A lot of these, I don't know how to pronounce some of these words. 33 subscribers. Oh, we're getting closer and closer to 1,000 on YouTube. A Worker Reads History by Bertolt Brecht. Who built the 7 gates of Thebes? The books are filled with names of kings. Was it the kings who hauled the craggy blocks of stone, and Babylon so many times destroyed? Who built the city up each time? In which of Lima's houses, that city glittering with gold, lived those who built it? In the evening when the Chinese wall was finished, where did the masons go? Imperial Rome is full of arcs of triumph. Who reared them up? Over whom did the Caesars triumph? Byzantium lives in song. Byzantium lives in song. Were all her dwellings palaces? And even in Atlantis of the legend, the night the seas rushed in, the drowning men still bellowed for their slaves. Young Alexander conquered India, he alone. Caesar beat the Gauls. Was there not even a cook in his army? Philip of Spain wept as his fleet was sunk and destroyed. Were there no other tears? Frederick the Greek triumphed in the 7 Years' War. Who triumphed with him? Each page a victory, at whose expense the victory ball? Every 10 years a great man, who paid the piper? So many particulars, so many questions. I have my own fish now. Yes, you do. Oh, I wanted to see Marissa Van Skyke. Okay. Marissa. No, this one is not available on Amazon. What is the background music? I believe... Oh, I don't have that set up. No. Okay. Well, if you go to the... In the Twitch panels, there is credits. And in the credits, you will see the link to the music. If you check that out, it'll take you to a playlist in which you can listen to the music from the musician themselves. Happily trapped. It's an honor. It better be. Happily trapped, willingly trapped. Let's see, what other books can I look at? This person, what is their book called? Ah, okay. The Song of Hidden Stars. And it is Zach McDonald. Yep. Oh, unfortunately, there isn't a sample, and it looks like it can only be purchased in paperback, but I'll read the description of the book. What's for dinner tonight? Oh, I haven't thought at all about dinner. I do have some soup to make, so I'll probably make my favorite soup. Here's a book description for you guys. It is called The Song of Hidden Stars. Music that does magic. Riley Taylor longs for something exciting anywhere, anything but his uneventful life at home. To his surprise, he gets exactly that when he stumbles upon someone using magic, or more accurately, playing it on a piano. Riley's life takes a dramatic turn when he's invited to study at a school for music, where he too can learn to play magic with his electric guitar. But before he can adjust to his new life, Riley and his friends are whisked away on a quest across Canada, where they will battle discorded monsters, play magic on their instruments, and hopefully find the lost songs they seek. The Song of Hidden Stars features an 11-song soundtrack linked to with QR codes printed throughout the book so that readers can hear the music characters play. Each track is mixed with the locational audio of the scene in which it takes place. Oh, that is really cool. So we're mixing magic and music. Best of, how are you? I hope you are hydrated. That is interesting. I like it. I think it's really cool. I do wish that the book could be supported on Kindle, but it looks like it is paperback only. But it would be cool to get to play that. How much is the book? It looks like the best price for it on Amazon, which, I mean, maybe Amazon isn't the best place to get the book, but Amazon is a place that I'm looking with my eyeballs right now. And it says $37. It's currently out of stock on the person's website. I'll be sleeping good tonight. Do you think we can find a PDF for it? I don't think so, because this is a book published by an independent author who has a total of 101 ratings on Goodreads and 23 ratings on Amazon. I don't think that we're going to be able to find a PDF version. So I guess I'll just have to add it to my wish list for now. Oh, but there's a different book that was in the recommended that it has an interesting title and an interesting cover. It's also a middle grade, so like a middle school rated book, meaning that we don't have to worry about any spicy content, which is one of like my biggest gripes with trying to find a book that I can read to you guys. Is it is really difficult trying to find something that is geared toward maybe like, when I say young adult, I'm looking for like 18 to 22 maybe. Like, I want some of these characters to be in their 20s, but we don't need to get into like explicit language or explicit activities. Like, I want a friendly book that I can read with some older characters. It kind of gets a little, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of every book that I want to read that is young adult. I don't want it to be about teenage characters, because the audience that is listening to me read the book, majority of my audience is actually, I believe, in the 18 to 25 or the 25 to 39 range. Let me look at my Twitch analytics. I forget. Is that on Twitch analytics? No, that's not on Twitch analytics. Then that might be YouTube analytics then. But majority of my viewers are over 18. Well, I say majority. Like 99% of my viewers, anyone who comes across my readings, my videos, my live streams, are 18 to 25. The older range, I'm an internet boomer. Oh, it's okay. We do have quite a handful of individuals in the community, or I say in the community, just people who listen to the streams or watch my videos, who are in the upper 35, like 35 and over range. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Let me see, there's this book that I thought was interesting, and they said that it's also on Amazon. Damn it. Wait, where did this go? Okay. As it has mature and dark themes, no indication of on-page spicy content. Okay, so it is closed door. crazy that they... Okay, there we go. Jesus, the name of the book was hidden in the text. Alright. Paste. Crown of Serpents. By Laura Reed, is that correct? Yes. I'm eternal. I'm old enough to be Unk. I'll be the cool Unk. That's crazy. Alright. So. Here's another, description for you guys. Crown of Serpents. Medusa wants only one thing: revenge against the gods who abused and shunned her. Perseus would do anything to save his family from King Polydectes, the tyrant ruling his home, even slaying the infamous monster in exchange for his mother's freedom. Yet, when the hero and the Gorgon collide, it remains unclear whether they will tear each other apart or become unlikely allies, powerful enough to challenge even Olympus. When Perseus finds Medusa, she is not the mindless beast he expected. He cannot bring himself to kill her and takes her prisoner instead. However, Perseus has neither considered how infuriatingly stubborn his captive is, nor that he would incur Poseidon's wrath by sparing Medusa. When a violent storm blows them off course, Perseus and Medusa must set their differences aside to survive the treacherous waters. As a bond forms between them, they are caught in a web of the powerful players that pitted them against each other. Can Perseus save his mother while sparing Medusa's life? Can Medusa withstand the wrath of the Olympians she has provoked? Hi, Wasabi. I believe if she starts humming, we will all fall asleep. Ooh, thank you for the posture check. I was shrimping. Is this Lightning Thief 2? Hey, don't spoil Lightning Thief 2. The second book in the series. That's a safe bet. So, I'm gonna take a quick look. So they are saying that it's steamy, but someone in the Instagram comments said that it all really happens behind closed doors. Okay. I'm looking through some of the reviews in the comments now to see what other people had to say. Oh, and another book I am curious if you guys would want me to read is actually a book that I previously had, and I actually did read the book from start to finish, and I decided that I wouldn't read it on stream. I'm curious if you guys would want me to reconsider that. The Song of Achilles. Oh, it's an 8-week wait. Has anyone read the Song of Achilles? I'd have to brush up on a lot of the names, but there, you know, you haven't read it. I'm trying to remember all of the names because it's all very so much Greek is happening, you know? It's the story between Patroclus and Achilles. That's it. That's the words that I was failing to put together. It is a story that I cried so hard at the end, I decided I wasn't going to read it on stream, because it would probably make you cry the way that it made me cry. I can't escape you. No, you can't. I'll always find you. You're not allowed to eat the fish. Well, it is after 5 p.m. and you guys know what that means. I don't have anyone that I know that I can raid today, so I think we may just end up ending stream today instead of raiding out. It means suffering. I said no such thing. Already end? Yep. We hit the 2-hour mark. Hi, Marshall Waffle. Now, before we go, I want to see if I can fix this whole thing where the fishies in the background. Are you ready? I have coding. Okay, right? Yeah. The coding is what makes these fishies work. For some reason, and a reason I don't know, there are certain fishies that are not supposed to have fish. The certain users that are not supposed to have fish. I am not supposed to have a fish. Play Tango is not supposed to have a fish, and Tsunami Bot is not supposed to have a fish. So I don't know why they got fish. I fixed it, but that doesn't seem to address the fact that they are still here. So what I can do is clear spawned viewer character. However, clear spawn viewer character only has a enter, so there's a line of thought, and you have to incorporate this into the line of thought. And spawn viewer container. So don't kill the fish? Okay. Okay, fine, never mind. If you don't want me to try to solve this right now, then I'll leave it as is. Can I be a space marine? No. You just get to be a fishy. while you're here. Stuff can prevent us from existing? Yeah, it can. Alright. This is the part where we say our goodnights, our goodbyes, and our see you tomorrows. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you stay hydrated, that you eat your food, that you sleep well. I will be back again Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time Zone for more reading and more sleepy activities. Until then, I highly recommend you join the Discord server. If you are on Twitch, the Discord link will be available to you in the panels, in the About section, and you can also !Discord. If you are not on Twitch, go to my profile or my About section to look for the Beacons link that will be available, and you will find the Discord link there. Just remember that once you join the Discord, you will need to accept the rules and roles in order to access the rest of the server. If you do not do that, you will eventually get kicked. This is intended to prevent from scammers and spam bots, etc. So, until I see you again on Wednesday, please take care of yourself and have a good night.